Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're gonna be doing some fun stuff. We're gonna be doing a brake job on the Lexus. I got some drilled and slotted rotors from R1 Concepts. They really hooked it up for us. You know, I run those on the Z as well, so I'm already a big fan of this company. But huge shout out to them, and we're gonna get started on that. I got Steven coming over to help me today, so huge thanks to him. But the Lexus has needed brakes for a while. It's never really been scratchy or screechy or nothing, but it's due. It's well overdue. So huge thanks to them for sending those out to us today, and we're gonna get started on this. I think we got to take off the body kit just to get it lifted up because there's no clearance. So we're gonna get started with that, and then we'll catch back up with you once we make a little progress. Okay, so we've made some progress. We got the side skirts off the car. We left the front bumper on. We didn't really need to get that off. We have it setting up on a jack with the jack stand. Wheels are off. We're breaking all the bolts free right now. At the moment, I'm gonna slide by you. I'm gonna get working on taking these side skirts apart. I sold these to a buddy, Brogan, and he's gonna be coming and getting those here in a few weeks. So at the moment, we need to get the side splitters off. So I'm gonna start dismantling these while he's breaking all the bolts free, and then we'll come back to that and see where that's at in a few minutes. Well, a good way to put it is we were struggling. Yeah, it was pretty seized up. We had Bryce come over. Bryce is a homie of mine. He ended up being a huge help. So I got lucky. He ended up coming by and taking it for a second because he broke them free for us. Well, it broke the front ones free. We still have to do the back ones, so we're about to start working on that. We're gonna put the front ones together though first. Show you guys how that looks. Check these out, actually. I got them all laid out on the table real nice. Ooh, that look good. These look so clean. They look like, well, they're basically the same ones that I have on the 370. But these, mixed with the new pads, are gonna be so nice. So huge thanks to R1 Concepts for sending these out. I'm super happy to be running these on the Lexus. It's a pleasure to have them on board. So I'll be back in 1 second and I'll show you guys what it looks like once we got these fronts on. So we got everything apart, and as we're looking at things, like this boot here is gonna need swapped out. The pins are kind of stiff, so we're gonna re-grease those. And then we got the rotor off, the pads off. We got everything pretty well cleaned up. We're about to get the new ones on, but we're just cleaning this up while we got it apart. I took a wire brush to some of the bolts, just cleaning up some of the threads. They were kind of locked up, so we're making those nice. That's not gonna focus, there we go. We're just making those a little bit nicer again, just getting those cleaned up. So small things help it make it easier. The next time we get this all torn apart, it's a lot easier to actually get working on it as opposed to it being absolute crap, because that sucks and I hate dealing with that. And if you guys have seen anything else I do, it normally does not go well. So surprisingly, so far we're having good luck. So let's get this thrown together and see how nice these look on the car. All right, actually pause. I gotta grab the brake clean from over there, but we got brake lubricant and then we got the new seals. We ended up making a run to Advanced real quick. So we got the old ones taken out. They didn't have the back ones, or I guess they couldn't find the diagrams for the back ones, but we're gonna be swapping these out. We got both sides for this, and then the other side on the front as well. So hopefully the rear are good, but we're gonna get these swapped out now. We're cleaning everything up so that if we have to do this again or take it apart again, it's gonna be a lot easier on us. So fronts are on, fronts turned out pretty good. We ended up going and getting the tool or something or other. We rented that from AutoZone, so huge thanks to my homie Taylor who let us borrow that. So we got these done. We're working on the fronts right now. Something I wanted to show you guys though. So normally I talk about running my heater in the shop. Well, like a week ago, I don't know if you can see all the cobwebs are black. Well, what ended up happening is the wick or something in the bottom of this ignited, and it put off a crazy amount of soot, and we came in and it was really bad. We low-key almost burned this place down. If it was by anything, the flames were coming out of the top of it. I mean, it burned the paint off of the thing. Obviously it's not supposed to do that. But with that being said, we came back and all the cars were covered in soot. We got it cleaned off pretty much now, but you can still see some of it still here. We need to clean the whole place again. There's more on the front bumper. But that leads to the main problem. Let me turn the flash on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so coming in the Z, the roof liner got smoked. It is absolutely covered in all this gray soot and everything. So it was already starting to lift in like these spots here. So I got a buddy, Zach, who originally did the headliner for me, and he's gonna come down and actually hook me up, and me and him were gonna tear it out. We're getting all new materials and everything. We're gonna redo the starry roof liner. But that's really the worst thing in the shop that took the most damage. Other than that, everything seems to have came out pretty unscathed. But we came in here and it was black with smoke, like down to our heads. You couldn't see through it. So we got really lucky. The whole place didn't get torched. So I have no clue why, but the heater no longer works. It 100% burned all the wicks at the bottom. We even tried to start it now with a different fluid that's supposed to put off less soot than the kerosene or whatever. But it's still trying to put a flame out the top of it. So we gave up on that. But yeah, we about got this side buttoned up, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like on this side, and then we'll go to the other side and I'll give you a little bit more of an in-depth run on like what mills to use for the bolts, what bolts you're going for to take them off. But I think we removed, what, 5 bolts to do both of them?
This one's
two on the back side and 3 on the front?
4 up front, 3 in the back.
4 in the front, 3 in the back. So yeah, like only like 7 bolts or so to do each side. So it's really not bad at all. And I'll show you a little bit more in depth when we get to the other side.
Go and find that socket.
Which one?
I need that.
Okay, so as you see, Steven's got the torch. We've been having a lot of issues. We've been fighting these 2 bolts for a while now. We just got to a point where we're starting to break sockets. Well, the extensions, this is kind of a cheapie anyways, but yeah. I told you, it doesn't go well anytime. There's always problems. There's always new things. We didn't have to break out the torch on the other side, but this time I had to go home and grab that, so. Okay, so coming in here, we already got 2 of the bolts out. So what we're doing, hold on, let me get under here. So the bolts that we're taking off are this bottom bracket here, this top bracket here, and then where was the third one?
You have this bolt here for slide pin. You have this bolt here for slide pins.
Okay, so you gotta take this one out, and then to get the bracket loose, there's this one and this one. But other than that, this thing comes out super smooth. Unless you have mine, then you might need a torch. So good deal. We're getting this one out now. I'm gonna move to the back one and let Steven finish up the front. On the back now instead of the front. I mean, these things look like crap. The 2 bolts that we're removing on this, let me zoom out a little bit, is gonna be this one down here and then this one up here. And that's all you need to get this off. And that's pretty smooth. So be right back. We got that rear done on that side, and then we ran into a problem. So if you look at how this is, the lines angle in that direction. Now that is how they're supposed to be. It is the exact same way on my 370. Get your wiener out of the way. It's supposed to be facing in the backwards direction. Instead, we put the fronts on incorrectly. So don't do what I did. Use this as a word of advice. Pay attention while you're doing these, so that way you don't have to do these a second time. Because now we're gonna drop that rear, and then we're gonna lift up the front at the same time. That way we can just do both and not have to put the stock back on that one and then come over here and pull this one off. We're just gonna do everything at one time. So we're gonna end that off for tonight. I will be back in the morning. See you then. All right, I'm back. Ready to start my day fresh. So we are gonna pretty much be doing this pretty quick. It's me by myself at the moment, but Steven is on his way out. I already got the rear set down on that side. We got this other front up while the other front's still all disassembled. So we're gonna get this rocked out real quick. We gotta take the one off, switch it to the other side, and then we should be able to set it all back down on the ground, see how it looks. All right, y'all, so we're done with it. Check us out. Now we have the fronts where the slotted sections are going back. That's how they're supposed to be. So now we got that all done. Everything looks really good. I don't think I'm gonna put the side skirts on because I still need to do some exhaust work under the car this year before we're actually good. It's got an exhaust leak or 2. So at the moment, huge thanks to R1 Concepts. they've been a huge help with the 370 as well as the is300 now. So thanks to them, and I'm gonna wrap this one up. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Like, sub, and comment. I'll see you guys next time.